Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football, and that is how you win titles. Arsenal win against Brentford very late on. I've got to be honest, I thought that it was going to be I thought it was all going to be about Ramsdale. I thought that's what it was all going to be, and you know what? I'm actually pleased for him because he's had a horrible season. He's not a bad goalkeeper. I understand why Arteta brought Raya in, and you can see why even tonight. But that mistake by Ramsdale right before half-time just changes the game. If Arsenal come out 1-0 up at half-time, in the second half, Brentford have got to open up. But that goal just before half-time allows Brentford to reset and say, keep doing what we're doing. And Arsenal have got to try and break them down again. And for long periods of that game, Brentford were actually growing in confidence. And Ramsdale made a couple of big saves. So look, it's absolutely, it's a great result for Aaron Ramsdale. It's an even bigger result for Arsenal. They've got to win that game tonight. They've got to win it for the title race. You know, I'm a United fan and I want Arsenal to win because I want Arsenal to win it over Liverpool and Man City. If I'm being honest, logically, Liverpool are our biggest rival. Man City are Man City in the 1-1-5 and they're our local rival. And Arsenal are a rival, but they're not as big as that. So, but also from a purely football thing, I love football. And it's a Super Sunday tomorrow. We've got the watch-alongs. I can't wait for them. And to make it even better tomorrow, you want to know that Arsenal have done their job. Arsenal now go top of the league. If Liverpool lose tomorrow or if it's a draw, I think they stay top of the league, don't they? Because they've got a better goal difference. So it's absolutely huge. And look, Arsenal must be given credit. And they would. If it's a draw tomorrow between Liverpool and Man City, Arsenal will be top on goal difference. So absolutely huge win for them. In fact, they won't. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. They'll be top on goal difference. So it's absolutely massive. And look, They've won a game there where it was really quite close in the second half. They've not had loads of shots on target compared to Brentford. Of course, they've had more possession, but Brentford beat Man United 4-0 at Brentford with 30% possession. That is what they do. But for Arsenal to win that game, that's how you do it. You know, you look at last season, and maybe Arsenal, well, they did. They choked a couple of times at home, didn't they? In fact, was it not the Brentford game at home last season where they drew and, you know, the mysterious offside goal? So it's absolutely huge for them. And, I am pleased for Aaron Ramsdale. I can't sit and say I'm pleased for Arsenal, but it is an incredible result for them and one that they've thoroughly deserved and one that I don't think anybody can say that they didn't deserve to do. And it's Havertz as well, the guy that has been, you know, quite rightly, in my opinion, ridiculed a lot this season. And you know, what do you have to say about that? Well, it's very simple for me. The big problem with Havertz has been playing him in the midfield with Odegaard and Rice. Arsenal, since they've gone back to this, you know, Rice, Jorginho, Odegaard. Odegaard's the 10, doing the role he wants to do. Rice has more freedom, scoring goals. And Jorginho is like the Jorginho a few years ago. They've also got Partey to come into the mix. And then Havertz goes where I think he should be. I think Havertz, you know, imbalances the midfield. I think that was the problem in the first few months of the season. Havertz as the false nine or whatever you want to call him, it works. And it doesn't, you know, Odegaard has got better because Havertz is not in his area anymore. And that midfield has got more balance and protection. And, you know, I think it works really, really well. And kudos to Arsenal and kudos to Arteta for getting that right. But absolutely huge win. I mean, look, watching it back, just absolutely massive. And they've thoroughly deserved it. And I think that at the end of the day, you just got to fight until the end. And look, I wasn't sure. A lot of people were saying, you know, Arsenal find a way to score. And I wasn't sure because it's Arsenal and they've not done titles for a very long time. And last season they did choke at home a couple of times, didn't they? And I feel that, you know, you sense that might be one of those games where you just sat there going, I can't believe it. And they wouldn't have been out of title race with a draw. And maybe they will draw a game at home to somebody in the next few weeks. They wouldn't have been out of the title race if they'd drawn. You know, it's still there for them to go and do. But the disappointment of, you know, you have to beat Brentford at home. Brentford went to the Etihad a few weeks ago and they played really well. But Man City found a way to beat them. It was where, wasn't it where their defender slipped or something like that and Haaland scored. So Man City would win this game and they did. Liverpool would win this game, I think. And Arsenal have to win it. And look, especially, it becomes even more... it becomes even more important that in the sense that because Liverpool are playing Man City tomorrow. It's more than Arsenal against Brentford. It's the night before Liverpool play Man City, and you can have a part on that. I mean, look, I suppose the only thing I would say is, should Havertz have been on the pitch? There may be a bit of controversy. I'm on Talk Sport, actually. By the time you're probably watching this, tune in on the YouTube channel. I'm sure we're going to get a few calls from people talking about that. I saw somebody on Twitter saying it was a travesty that Havertz wasn't on the pitch, that was still on the pitch. Unfair doesn't begin to cover it because he was on a yellow card and he dived, and maybe he should have got a second yellow card for it. So give us your comments on that one, of course. But look, it's huge. It's absolutely huge for Arsenal, and obviously they've won it comfortably in the end. But realistically, it's about that. It's about that winner from Havertz. And look, I feel for Brentford a little bit. I think they've gone there and given a good account of themselves. That's the testament to this league as well. Let's have a big shout out about that, the league and everything. But fantastic win for Arsenal. Fantastic for the title race. And it bubbles up Super Sunday tomorrow massively, doesn't it? Don't forget, this is the place to be. We've got Arsenal against Spurs. No, Aston Villa against Spurs. Arsenal will be doing well if they're playing 2 games in 24 hours. Aston Villa against Spurs at 1 o'clock for the race for top 4. And also, you've got Manchester City at Liverpool as well. Can they respond to this? Arsenal top of the league, and massive game tomorrow. Get your comments in below. What were your thoughts? Smash a like. I'll speak to you in a bit.